God bless you. This is Pastor Stephen J. of FaithWorks Church, located in Apopka, Florida. We are on the corner of Vic Road and Old Dixie Highway in Apopka Elementary School, in the cafeteria every Sunday at 10:15 a.m. If you're in the Apopka, Central Florida area near Apopka, come visit us. We would love to see you. But we're not driving with the word today. What we are doing is, I just want to encourage the pastors out there. If you're a new pastor like I am, I want to encourage you. We officially launched our church, my wife and I, February 1st, or the first Sunday in February. I believe it may have been the 1st or the 5th. And in my mind, because I am such a faith guy, I'm a faith guy, and hence the name FaithWorks. But I duly believe that, God's going to send the people in. And I constantly tell my wife and people that I meet, I just want to give people hope. That's it. That, that what they're going through, they don't have to go through. That there is a better way. And it has been challenges. I won't say it's been hard, because nothing of God is hard. It's challenging. The way of the righteous, the unjust is hard. But it has been challenging, because for the majority of the time since February, it's been mostly my family, which we are a family of 6. And for the most part, it's been us there on Sundays. We've had people come in to visit, and I thank God for each one that's visited. But for the most part, it's been us. I've bought signs. People stole my signs. They really did. I think I got 11 signs out there through Vistaprint, and someone stole a lot of them. Even the ones I made up before I got the ones from Vistaprint, I was like 6 of them. They stole that. So they stole a lot of signs. Been some challenging, some issues. But for the most majority of the time, it's been my family, custodians, and we've had families. One family, Vasquez family, has been very loyal, very sticking with us in our neighborhood, and I definitely appreciate Raul and his family for hanging in there with us. But for you pastors out there like myself that's just starting out, and here's the thing, the enemy will begin to speak. And when we start, because I've entertained what the enemy spoke, like, hey, are you sure? Well, maybe you should do this. Here's the thing, stay the course until God changes it. Until God changes it and says, this is what I want you to do, stay the course until God changes it. Once God changes it, then that's when it's time for you to do something else. And there are times when it feels like it's difficult, what it looks like and what it feels like. But I will encourage you to stay the course, to hold on, to continue to fast, to continue to pray, to continue to study and apply yourself like you did on day one, where you had that zeal, where you had that excitement that you know what, God is going to move. Fire and brimstone, meaning excitement, not condemning anyone, is what it's going to be. Have that same zeal every Sunday, because a lot of times, I tell you, here's what it hit me one day, and I was going through it for about at least 48 hours. I'm preaching, I can't even remember what the message was about, and this was maybe about a month ago. I'm preaching to my oldest son. He's in the audio room. He's controlling the audio visual. And so in the sanctuary area is my wife, my 6-year-old daughter, my 14-year-old son, my 13-year-old son, and the custodian. Sometimes the custodian stays in the teacher's lounge. Sometimes she comes out and here's the message. Well, this particular day she stayed in the teacher's lounge. So I'm preaching, and the message was good. That's all I can tell you. The message was good. And my daughter says, I heard I gotta use the bathroom. And my wife takes her to the bathroom. And so the only people left is my 2 sons, 14 and 13. Well, 14 and 12 right now. He'll be 13. next month. And I'm looking at my 14-year-old son while I'm preaching, and he's like this, not even looking at me. And I'm looking at my 13-year-old son, and he's like this, not even. And right then and there in the message, I'm saying, oh my God, I ain't preaching to nobody because my kids. So I told my wife, I was really down. I was like, unbelievable. I was like, God. And I was just really sad. And the enemy speaking, see, this is not what you're supposed to do. And I'm listening, but, you know, I'm like not giving in. And I was talking to my wife. I said, you know, when you went to the bathroom, I said, I was preaching to Elisha, that's my son's name. And I said, they turned their heads while I was preaching, so I didn't have anybody. And I'm not the type of person where I need amens. You'll never ever hear me, I can't get no help in here. Oh, who am I talking to? You never hear me say anything like that. And anyway, so this was funny is this past weekend we were in service, and I know my daughter had to use the bathroom again because I heard her say it. But she told my wife, and my wife just said, go ahead, and stayed there. So baby, I love you for sitting there and listening to the message. I really appreciate it. But to encourage the pastors, ma'am, sir, that even when it feels like that, for you to be encouraged, to you to not give up, to you to continue to stay in the fight, for you to continue to stay the course, for you to continue to trust in God with all your heart and lean not to your own understanding. Continue to acknowledge God in all your ways, and guess what? He's going to continue to direct your path. Just continue to stay the course, beloved, and guess what? God is going to work everything out. Your church will begin to, as a seed, be planted, and as you continue to water it, it will begin to sprout. As it begins to sprout, it's going to start growing. Trust me. Just continue to trust in God, and I guarantee you, God will not fail you. So, beloved, be encouraged. Be encouraged and trust in God. And my next video from this, you're going to hear me saying, hey, God is sending people in. So I don't know who this is for, but it's encouraging me, and therefore I encourage you to continue on. Amen. This is again Pastor Stephen J., FaithWorks Church in Apopka, Florida. God bless you. Continue to hold on. My pastor, before I go, always said in Delaware, Pastor James Price always said, if you can hang on, hold on. If you can't hold on, hang on. So be encouraged, brother, sister. And guess what? The thing that you're dealing with now concerning ministry, even the challenges, the people and stuff like that. And here's the thing. I was my pastor's adjutant for the longest time, 7 years at Spirit of Christ and at Prayer Temple. I was my pastor's adjutant, and for the longest time I was always there pushing him, praying for him, encouraging him, and I seen the things that he dealt with. So I kind of like know now when it comes to finances, spirituality and stuff like that, how he feels and everything. But even after all that, you know what? I look at it like this. God's not surprised by anything. And God, that because you called me, I know you knew what I was going to go through now. And because you called me, everything is going to work out. So, beloved, be encouraged. You pray for me. I'll continue to pray for you. That God strengthens you, that he continues to give you strategy concerning your ministry, and that it grows beyond leaps and bounds. So this is Pastor Stephen Jones. This is really this time it's over. We'll see you next video, and it's going to be, hey, God did it. But beloved, be encouraged. Have a blessed day.